Yeah, welcome to the next video in Python, in which we are talking about a concept called files. Okay, so what is file? File is a collection of data on a particular area in the disk. So if you want to store data into a file where we are reading data from user into all variables, it might be a simple variables like integer variable or string variable or float variable, whatever variables, or we are reading data into objects like tuples, list, or arrays, or whatever. After reading all the data into the variables, if you want to store data into a file, then we go for files. Okay. So if you want to create a file, first what to do? We have to go for different file opening modes. So the operation can be write operation. Writing means first time I'm creating a new file and I want to store data, so that we use W mode, W for writing data. Okay. So already we have a file that I wanted to read existing file, means we use R mode, R for reading data. Okay. So already we have a file in which we have written one line of text where I want to add one more line continuation to the previous data, means we go for append mode. So for append mode, we use A. So A is the mode. And sometimes we do dual operations, which is said to be W plus, write and read. And sometimes we do first reading and then writing. So that is called as R plus. Okay. So let's see now how to work with files in Python with PyCharm IDE. Okay. So see the first example where we are talking about writing data into file. How to write data into file? So first we need to import IO module. Some IDEs will accept though you are not writing import IO module. Okay. And then we are writing file1 is equal to, what is this file1? Is my object name, is equal to open. What is open function? Is used to open a file. With what name you want to open a file? That name you need to give. Here I said prakash1.txt. So if you don't give path of the file, it is getting created in the current project itself. In the Python, PyCharm project folder, it will create a file called prakash1.txt. In which mode? W mode. In the sense, I'm writing data into the file. Okay. Yeah. Now the file is ready in write mode. I can write the data. So what should I say? Name is equal to input of enter some text. We are asking user for some text. Whatever user is entering, that is ready in a variable called name. So I need to write it. Now what should I say? File1 dot write of name. So whatever the data you have entered in name variable will be returned into the file called file1. That is nothing but prakash1.txt. Okay, once the file is stored, so I'm showing some message saying that data returned to file successfully or file creation success. Message is your choice. And finally, we need to close the file once our operation is done. Whether it is writing or reading or appending, whatever it may be, at the end we have to close the file. So here I'm using same object name file1.close. So automatically the file which is already opened called prakash1.txt is getting closed. Let's see practically how to write data into file. Let's switch to PyCharm and create a new program. Right click, new Python file, demo file one. I said where I'm writing data. Look at this project. We don't have any other prakash1.txt or prakash.txt. Nothing is there. We have some Python files, but we don't have any text files. But now we are going to write the data into file using write mode. So how to do that? Let's see now. Writing data into file. Data into file. So what I'm doing? Import IO module you can use, and which is optional in some IDEs, so that whether you don't write also no problem. Let's create a file one. Object name is equal to open. I wanted to open the file. With what name? You can give it. Like I said, prakash1.txt or prakash.txt, whatever it is. In which mode you have to give it. I said W for writing. Now it's ready. I need to ask the user from data. So name is equal to input, enter some text. So input function will read some text from user, enter some text. So whatever user is entering, I read into name variable. Now this name data I wanted to write into my file using file1 dot write function. This write function will write it. What it is going to write? Name. So whatever I have entered in name variable will be stored in a prakash1 dot txt. Now what to do? We need to show some message to the user. Data returned to file successfully. So this is the message I wanted to show to the end. Finally, I need to close the file. File1 dot close. Okay. So this is the way to write data into a file. Let's check it out. Let's run it and see. So right now, please observe here in the project, we don't have any prakash1.txt, but after executing this, you will have a file called prakash1.txt. Right click, run demo file one. Now you can see here, enter some text. I'm entering something. So this is a sample text given by Prakash, something like that. Okay, and press enter. See now, data returned to file successfully. After getting this message, you can observe here we have a text file called prakash1.txt. Let's double click on this file and see what is there. This is a sample text given by Prakash. So in this way, you can write data into file using uh, W mode, and I'm using open function to open the file and close function to close the file. So these two are common functions for all operations. Okay. Now, so what I want to do is I wanted to go for the next operation called append mode. So what is append mode? Append mode is used to add data to the existing file. Okay. So before we talk about append mode, so let me run this program without giving append mode. See, the mode is W still, but I'm trying to run it again. Second time I'm executing, but this time I'm not. I'm giving something else, like all A's I'm giving. All A's present. Again, I got the message data returned to file successfully. But what I'm expecting now, do we have my previous text which is given by me earlier? Let's check it out. What is happening? Go to the file prakash1.txt. What is there? So I lost my previous data. So this is the point we need to remember. Now what should I say? We need to change the mode into W should be replaced with A. That is append mode. What happens when I say append mode? You will keep the previous data as well. Let's copy this, same thing. Create a new file where I'm giving as demo file 2. So this is what I'm doing, appending operation, appending data to an existing file. So what should I say now? Just I need to replace this A, W with A. And here I need to change the message as data appended to file successfully. Just I change the message and I change the mode as A. That's all. Same file should be existing file. Now run it. This time I'm giving all B's. Give a space and give all these things so that you can see. Press enter. Data appended to file successfully is displayed. Let me check whether do we have all A's and B's both together. Let's go to prakash.1.txt. All A's are there. At the end of all A's, we have a space, and after space we have something called B's. Perfectly all right. So in this way, we can see the previous data as well if you go with the append mode. So this mode is very, very important while creating or reading or writing data from file. Okay. Now let's go for reading data from an existing file. So what is meant by reading? We should go for the mode called R mode. R is reading data. Okay. So there are different ways to read data from a file. Right now, I'm going to show you how to read the entire file at once. Okay. Sometimes if you want to read line by line also possible. Right now, I'm going to show you how to read data at once. Reading data from an existing file. Okay. Yeah. So what to do? So import IO, and then file 2 or 3 object name is your wish is equal to open which file. You have to give the file name which is already there, prakash1.txt, and in which mode you have to open? In read mode, because I want to read the entire data. Then what should I say? Print a file3 dot read function. So what is this read function is all about? Which reads the complete data from the beginning of the file to the end of the file. So once your operation is done, just we need to close the file. That's all. Let's find and see. We'll get all the lines from the file. See now, all A's are printed followed by B's are printed. Complete data is displayed on the screen. So in this way, we can read data from file using this R mode, and I use something called object name dot read method, which is reading completely. No, boss, I have a situation where I have a file with CSV format. You know what is CSV format? Comma separated values. There I wanted to read one by one, line by line, or we have some products. So I want to read product by product. In that case, I don't want to read at once. I want to read line by line. So is it possible? Yes. Let us see that now. Let's create a new file here by saying right click, new. We are creating a file. Okay. What is the file name? I said products. Okay. Click OK. And then give some data now in our own format, like comma separated values, CSV file format. Okay. I said 101 chocolate. I said the price is something like 40. I said, and second product 102. I said BIS biscuit is 30. 103. I said jam, something like 50 rupees. 104 jelly, it's not something like 60 rupees. Like this, I have some products in my products file. So this I wanted to read. This time I want to read line by line. So how to do that? So let us use a for loop now to read all the products line by line. This time I'm not using this read method to read the entire data from the file. Let's create a new program. Right click, new Python file, which is said to be demo file for, so where I'm reading line by line. Okay. So reading data from file line by line. So how to read it? Okay. So file for object name can be anything is equal to and import IO. Okay. File 4 is equal to open which file? Products. Okay. In which mode? Comma R mode. I said R for reading. Then what I'm saying? Print a list of products. Like that, I'm giving some title heading. Now I'm using a for loop. For line in file 4, each and every line from file 4 will be read into line, and that I want to read it. I want to print it. Okay. So what I'm saying is, since we have comma separated values, I want to split it. For that, I'm using a variable called data or any other name. Name is also okay. Any name you want, you can take it. Data is equal to line dot split. Where I want to split? Wherever I have comma, I need to split there itself. So after splitting this complete line, first line, which is having, 101 comma, chocolate comma, 40, whatever is there, that will be split and getting stored in data. So that data I wanted to print now. Just say print data. That's all. How many lines are there? Irrespective of the number of lines or number of products, all products will be read into data. I mean, into line one by one, all the lines will be printed. Nothing but all products details will be printed. And finally, we'll close the file 4 dot close. That's it. Let's run it and check it out how it is working. See the output now. You can find this list of products 101, excuse me, chocolate 40, 102 biscuit 30, like that. But I want in a better manner. It's showing like a list, string list, but I want to print like a product one by one. I need to split like this. So this is said to be data of 0, first element. This is said to be data of 1. This is said to be data of 2. 0, 1, 2. So I can use this concept like index. Use this index to print one by one. So what I'm saying now, I'm commenting this, or I'm commenting this one, and here rather I'm saying print data of 0 product ID, comma, beside that I want to print data of 1, that is nothing but product name, and then data of 2. In between you want to give any comma or something, you can give it. It's your wish. Okay. So let's run it and see. Or you can give slash t tab space or something like that. Okay. Slash t tab space and then comma. So that looks good. It's your wish. Slash t is not mandatory. Yeah. Now let's run it and check it out. What is printing all? See the output. Outlook. 101 list of products. 101 chocolate 40, 102 biscuit 30, 103 jam 50, 104 jelly 60. So in this way, we can print all the products from a CSV file or comma separated values. Okay, where I'm using split function, which I told you in previous sessions when I was explaining strings. Told you the split function, which is splitting every string with the delimiter that you specify, maybe comma or any other symbol like at the rate or space means empty. Okay, so like this we can go for it. Okay, so this is the way to read data from a file line by line with a for loop instead of using the read method. File for dot read means it will read the complete file, but I don't want to print complete file because I want to print in a proper format so that user can understand when they see. So in this way we can use it. Okay. So now what we want to do is we wanted to search for a particular product. Suppose if I give 101, I should see the name of the product and its price. Only one particular product, searching for a particular product. I don't want to print all the products because right now we have four products we can see. But when you have thousands of products, I don't want to see all the products. Particular product details I want to see. What is the price of 104 or what is the name of it? Like that I want to see. In that case, how to do? Now let's use another program that I'm using for and else together. Okay, for else together. So demo file 5 I said. Okay, I'm using same file this time, but I wanted to search for a particular product. So how to do that? Searching for a product from file. Okay, so how to do that? Import IO file 5 or whatever name you want, you can give it. And first of all, we are asking user for product ID, TP I'm saying, temporary product ID. Any variable name you can give, it's up to you. Input of enter product ID to search, like that I'm asking. So whatever product ID user is entering, 101 or 102 or 3 or 4, that I'm reading into TP ID. So now I'm opening the file. File 5 is equal to open. So which file you want to open? Products file. In which mode? Read mode. Then what I'm doing? I'm going to search line by line for line in file 5. This is what we have done earlier, same thing. And I need to split it first. Data is equal to line dot split of where I wanted to split. Wherever I find comma, I wanted to split. And then I'm checking the product ID. I'm checking it. If TP ID is equal to, so whatever the product ID is there with the data of 0. Data of 0 means what? First column, that is product ID. If that is equal, then I need to print the details of the product. Okay, by saying that the name of the product is so and so. Product name is nothing but what is the product name? Data of 1, that is said to be second column. And then I want to print its price also. Data of 2, price of the product. Okay, I want to print these two if the product ID is found. Okay, then I want to break it. If the product is there, I want to stop. Okay, break. If the product is not found, it will move from 0 to 3. That is all the four products. It is searching from 0 to 3, nothing but four products. But he gave something like 105 or 109, which is not there. Then it will come to else part. Here I'm saying that the particular TP-ID given by you is not found. So in this way, we can use this else part in for loop. Okay, let's check it out how it is working. Then finally, what should I say? I need to close the file. So give that file 5 dot close. Whether the product is there or not there, if the file is already open, should be closed now. So that I said file 5 dot close. Let's run it and check it out. We have four products. I said 101. What did you say? Product name chocolate and price is 40. Again, I'm executing. This time I'm giving 103. Name is jam and price 50. Again, I'm executing. This time, let's say 105, which is not there in the list. See what it is saying? 105 is not found. So in this way, you can search for a particular record or product from a file using for each, I mean, for loop in Python. Is it clear, guys? Okay, so this is the way to read data from a file with the line by line. Okay, now what is your task? You need to ask the user for a new product. Suppose already we have 104, up to 4 products are there, and you need to ask the user for a new product. Suppose if I give 105 and something else, okay, ice cream or something, and that you need to add to this existing file. So just now I already told you in previous example, like how to append data with a mode, append mode. You need to read the data like product ID, name, and price, and you need to append here. That's your task for today. Okay. So please try it out and let me know how to append a new product to the existing file. Okay. Yeah.